shout out to everybody, man. Like, oh, man, this is kind of sad to see, man. So Dave Chappelle last night, he ended up going off on Katt Williams, you know, and the troubling thing about, like, the stuff I'm going to read, I kind of understand some of the things that Dave Chappelle is saying, but it's just sad, man, because both of these guys, you know, are like some of my favorite comics, and I felt like, oh man, it would be dope. Katt Williams right now, he's on the top of his game. Everybody's talking about him. He broke the internet. You know, maybe one day, because, you know, Dave Chappelle, he still gets on stage and he does stand-up. So I'm like, yo, it might be cool, like, if they're cool, Katt Williams, Dave Chappelle could probably do a tour and everybody can, you know, go out and see it. So, but I don't know if that's going to happen, bro. Dave Chappelle kind of went in, bro. This is crazy. So it seemed like he was drunk talking, you know. I don't know. I'm going to read some of what he's saying, right? So Dave Chappelle, he's on stage. He's starting to open up to talk about Katt Williams, and he's calling this lady, like, in the audience, like, a B word, because he thinks that she's, like, either tweeting what's going on in the comedy venue, or she's, like, texting somebody or something like that. So he's calling her a B word, and I'm like, yo, does Dave Chappelle really be talking to people like this? Anyway, long story short. So I guess he just wanted to talk to the audience. He didn't want everybody to know. But, man, if you a superstar, people gonna, like, record you, bro. It just is what it is. But Dave Chappelle, normally when you go see it, they don't want people filming, you know, or any phones out and nothing like that, right? So that's what he says. So then he starts, like, clowning Katt Williams. He said, I read 3,000 books by the time I was 7 years old, you know, because Katt Williams said that he read like thousands of books, right? So he's kind of clowning that. So D-Ray is like jumping in. He's like a comedian. He's jumping in and he's trying to defend Katt Williams because he understands. I would say with D-Ray, normally he understands the pulse of the culture of what people are saying on the internet, and he's very in tune. So if you ever watch his comedy specials or, you know, whatever he does, like when he's touring with people, he's kind of grounded. Like, he's always got up-to-date material, you know. So shout out to D-Ray. And he understands people rocking with Katt Williams now, so he's trying to jump in and defend Katt Williams, right? Dave Chappelle goes on to say, he said, Katt is one of the best painters in this game. Why is he drawing an ugly picture of us? No, he said, Katt Williams is one of the best painters in the game. Why is he drawing all ugly pictures of us? Is what he said. That was powerful, bro. Like, when he said that, though, that was crazy. Because if you think about the Shannon Sharp interview, all that, he did take a lot of shots at people, you know, and for good reason. He felt like a lot of these people stealing material, and, you know, he's just outing like a lot of people that don't like him. He had a platform, he took advantage of it, you know what I mean? Shout out to him. But I hear what Dave Chappelle is saying. Is like, yo, you got all these white comics, you got all these black comics, whatever. But, you know, you're a great painter. Your art is very good. Why are you painting an ugly picture of all of us? That's crazy. He said that, though, right? So then he goes on to say, and this is what I can see that Dave Chappelle is, like, really drunk, allegedly. I'm going to say that because he's rich. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say that. He said, did he say anything about me, right? And he's looking at the crowd. He said, did he say anything about me? And they're like, no, like, what you know what I mean? Like, chill out. They're trying to get Dave Chappelle to chill, right? He's like, did he say anything about me? And then he was like, yes, he did. That he loves me and I'm awesome, right? So when he said that, I'm kind of listening to him like, okay, so why are you even doing this? He said, because I'm reading it exactly how Dave Chappelle said it, right? Because he's kind of inebriated at this time. Right? He said, did he say anything about me? Yes, he did. That he loves me and I'm awesome. Because I've been nothing but kind. You can only say the same. You can only say the same. He said that twice. Then he said, never hurt any of you. And all these N-words then took shots at me because it hurts. I, a hurt person. He's drunk when he's saying this. He said, I, a hurt person that never hurt people, and he doing it all the time, right? Basically, like, yo, like, I'm, you know, I don't hurt nobody. I'm nice to everybody, you know what I mean? And I'm always showing love. This is why Katt Williams didn't say nothing about me other than, like, you know, I'm an awesome person, but, you know, I'm a cool person. People taking shots at me all the time, and I don't hurt nobody, but this dude is going around hurting everybody, right? He said he does this all the time. he said, F this one and F that one. He's like acting like Katt Williams, right? D-Ray jumps in again. He's trying to defend Katt Williams. And he's basically like, yo, like, no, Marlon Wayans said what Katt Williams did is kind of like good for the culture, right? Because it's like breathing more life into comedy, right? So D-Ray's still trying to defend him, Katt Williams, and then Dave Chappelle, he cuts him off. He said he's not the only one. Fat Joe and all of them, they think he's killing it. And then he stopped and he was just like, no, he's not. And I'm like, what is Dave Chappelle doing? Wait a minute. Dave Chappelle, I rock with you, bro. What is you doing, bro? Right? I wrote down a whole bunch of other stuff he said, right? So he was like, so basically saying like, Fat Joe, all these people think that Katt Williams is killing it. And he was like, no, he's not. I am 50 years old. I'm not beefing with these N-words ever. If you guys want to play that game like that, then set it up. Let's play. But if you come at me, let's go, right? So I'm like, I'm trying to, he sound drunk. So I'm like, yo, is he talking about, like, are you talking about Katt Williams? Or are you talking about the people that think Katt Williams is killing it? Just the way he said it was kind of weird, right? And it kind of seemed like a challenge to Katt Williams, but then it was like, I'm like, bro, you get off the sauce, bro, right? So then Dave Chappelle tells D-Ray, right? He was just like, you sat up here and told jokes, personals. He told a joke about waiting for his father to come see him. It was painful. You made everyone laugh. I saw you do that, right? He's talking to D-Ray. He said, Katt was talking about S-word. And mind you, he's drunk. He said, Katt was talking about S-word, the other N-words, but nothing about anything, right? So I guess he's trying to say Katt Williams is talking about everybody else, but he's not talking about anything, right? So I don't know. He kind of sauced, you know, this is what he said, right? So then he said that N-words did to him. If I told my story, it would break your heart, right? So I don't know, like he's kind of feeling himself, like, you know what I mean? He's getting all emotional, drinking. He said, I lost everything and never ever told on anybody, right? So I'm like, oh man, where is this gonna go? Then he said, and this N-word is the arbiter of truth, basically saying Katt Williams, like, you're the arbiter of truth. Like, who are you? Like, you the person that, you know, is the, you know, the embodiment of truth. Like, who are you, right? I'm like, man, like, don't do it. Like, what is your Dave Chappelle? What is you doing? Wait a minute. No, it's over. Oh, no, I'm going in. It's over, Dave Chappelle. Chill, right? I can't believe this, bro. Katt ain't say, I'm gonna keep going. Katt ain't say nothing wrong about you, Dave, bro. Come on. He ain't say nothing wrong about you, bro. Like, why is you doing this, right? He said, Katt was talking about S-word, that other S-word, but nothing about that N-words did to him. If I told my story, it would break your heart. I lost everything and never told on anybody, right? He said, so who is he, the arbiter of truth? Talking about Katt Williams. Then he said, listen, I F with Katt hard. You know what I'm saying? I really F with Katt, right? Like, so he cool with him. Then he said, but D-Ray, what part of the game F's up another N-words paper, right? I guess by Katt Williams talking critically of people, he feels like that's messing up people's paper. Why that concerns you, Dave Chappelle, I don't know, right? But he said, what part of the game F's up another N-words paper? What part of the game is about telling on another N-word, right? You know, like stealing jokes and all that. And then he said, Tiffany Haddish is living something heavy and he's like, so Tiffany Haddish is living something heavy, and as clumsy as she is, I don't disagree with Katt. You know, he said, this one do this and this one do that. He said, yes, that is true, but why would you say that? You know what I mean? Then he said, because all of us are trying to get to a better situation. Can we get over it? Open the window. This room stinks, right? And then D-Ray jumps in, trying to defend, you know what I mean, Katt Williams again, right? So D-Ray says something that's kind of powerful. He was just like, he stops and he tells Dave Chappelle, he was just like, you have been doing your thing. You've been here for 40 plus years. So your way of doing things is different. And he was just like, Dave, you're a superhero. But when you're a superhero, you can't move a certain way. You know what I mean? So, like, yeah, Dave Chappelle, like, you might feel like, yeah, there's issues, but I can be quiet about it and not say anything and blast people and, reveal people stealing jokes and saying things that may end up hurting people's finances, So that's how you want. If you want to be political, that's how you move. You got people that look up to you, you know what I mean? All that. That's how you want to do. But Katt Williams is in a different situation. It's a new era. Like he can't, like y'all move different. You know what I mean? So shout out to D-Ray, and this ain't like going against Dave Chappelle, but I don't know why you just did that, bro. So shout out to Emrek. Emrek, I don't like you. Shout out to you. He done did a video on me. I don't like you. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Emrek. You know what I mean? Shout out to him. He's got the exclusive video of Dave Chappelle going off, bro. Like, this is wild. If y'all think Katt Williams is not going to respond to this, y'all are crazy. He's definitely going to respond to it. I think this can go like one of two ways. One, he can respond to Dave Chappelle and just go off and get another like crazy amount of views on an interview and break the internet again. He could do that, or he could take the high road. Because right now, Katt Williams already just showed, like a black artist, a comedian can do similar numbers as like a Mr. Beast. You know what I mean? It don't have to be a music video. It don't have to be a movie trailer. It don't have to be Taylor Swift. It don't have to be Mr. Beast. Like, I can get up here and I can talk. Y'all saying I fell off, I can get up here and I can talk and I can do Post Malone numbers. You know what I mean? On an interview. And that's big. So he already talked about, all the people that he felt dissed him before and all that. He did that on Shay Shay. So he can probably either go back and do something like that, go on another platform, maybe go on his own platform if he chooses to have one, or just take the high road. So I don't know what he's going to do. But Dave Chappelle, man, I don't think the fans are going to like that, bro. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of coming across, yeah, we understand what you're saying, but it's like you protecting, you know what I mean, the lie at the end of the day. Like, we seeing all of it, Cedric the Entertainer, like, taking jokes and recycling them and, different people. So I'm looking at it like Katt Williams is trying to do a cleanse in comedy. You know what I mean? And just tell people exactly what's going on, like how dirty, how underhanded this industry is. And these are the people that really told the jokes. These are the people. So he's putting people into the limelight who people forgot about. You know what I mean? Or people who people didn't even know some of these people that their jokes were stolen from. So it's like, it's different ways you can look at it, but I don't know, man. I think Katt Williams, I don't think he was wrong with what he did. Obviously when you're going against people with different fan bases, like a Kevin Hart, he got like 100-something million people following him on Instagram. And you know what I'm saying? Steve Harvey got all these people following. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to affect people's fan bases. If you somebody like Dave Chappelle, you may have a relationship with all these people. And you may feel like, like, I just want to speak for everybody right now because I feel like the comedy world is at war, but I don't know, bro. Like, I think he's just like telling his truth, so people, they may disagree with Katt Williams at the end of the day. Some people are going to agree with, some people are not. Like, I seen Corey Holcomb, right? He took the stance. I don't think Katt Williams said anything really bad about Corey Holcomb, but Corey Holcomb, he took the stance like, like, I'm standing with Kevin Hart. Like, I understand where Kevin Hart came from. Me and him was cool. I think he said something like they were roommates, hanging tough, and he was taking like Kevin Hart to, you know what I'm saying, different things, driving him around. So he understands that he came from like a real place. So he wants to stand behind him. So people are choosing sides. So I don't know, man. This is sad to see, because like, I feel like Dave Chappelle, funny level, I think he's beyond Katt Williams. It ain't like that, but this could go another way. If Dave Chappelle wants that smoke and Katt Williams feels like, nah, we ain't about to talk behind the scenes, I'm gonna go off on you. And maybe they can like go back and forth and trade shots and comment and see who's really funny. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Shout out to everybody. This is sad. It's a sad situation. You know, I don't want to see that, man. Like, I know everybody about to have fun with this and talk about it. Oh, they go in the end, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's cool. Like, it's content. Everybody can talk about it, but I don't want to see these people at war, bro. Not these two. You know what I mean? Not two of the greats. You know, I got Patrice O'Neal up there. He's like one of my top 5. And I got Katt Williams and I got, you know what I mean, Dave Chappelle up there. Everybody got a different top 5. People putting Richard Pryor up there, Eddie Murphy. You know what I'm saying? Jamie Foxx, Martin Lawrence. You know what I mean? All these people. But that's sad to see, man. Like, alcohol, like, you, and you, Dave Chappelle, shout out to you. There's a lot of clips coming out of Dave Chappelle to where he's just like drinking a lot. You know what I mean? People bringing him up on stage. And like within the past, I think it was like month, every time you see him, he's got a drink in his hand. You know, is that getting to him? I don't know. You know what I mean? Am I reading too far into that? You know, he don't look the same. You know what I mean? He don't. He's still funny. But, you know, you rich and you living your life, you traveling, you can do whatever you want to do. You know, at the end of the day. But shout out to Katt Williams. Shout out to Dave Chappelle. That's sad for me to see. Y'all comment down in the comment section below. Let me know what y'all think about it. Do you feel like Dave Chappelle was right, you know, by going at Katt Williams, or do you feel like he doing too much? You know, shout out to D-Ray. I think you, because at first I was like, who was this on stage with what's his name? Dave Chappelle. Like, who was Dave Chappelle talking to? And I looked and it was D-Ray, because D-Ray kept trying to cut him off. And he was talking about some other things. He was just like, yo, he's going at Steve Harvey, and Steve Harvey don't even do comedy no more. Like, you know, why are you doing it? I don't know, bro. This is crazy. I'm sorry, I like the drama. I'm sorry, I changed my mind. It's crazy. I like the drama a little bit. What you gonna do, Katt Williams? What you gonna do? What platform you gonna go on? You ain't gonna go on Willie D's platform. He gonna ask you something about somebody people don't even know about. You know what I mean? What platform you gonna go on and talk? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody, but I'm out. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. Peace.